Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Gopal. I'm from Book Bucket, and in this session we will discuss Academic Writing Task 1 Bar Graphs. So let's get started.
First of all, task 1 academic session my question types നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാക്കാം. So we have line graph, bar graph, pie charts, tables, process diagrams, maps. At the same time, combination idle, different graphs in the combination is also expected in task 1. Something like this. You can expect multiple pie charts, a combination of a bar graph with a pie chart or a table with a pie chart, etc. Okay, so let's continue.
Task 1 Academic Writing band descriptors. There are 4 different band descriptors, so we will look at them one by one. See, what we do in a task achievement, when we get a question, task 1 academic question, we see a picture which includes factual data, contextual information available. So what we do is we transfer that information into a report. Okay, to do that we have to select appropriate information select ചെയ്യുകയും അതിനെ comparison നടത്തി ഒരു റിപ്പോർട്ടാണ് തയ്യാറാക്കേണ്ടത്. At the same time, we have to provide a clear overview for the entire thing. Okay, 150 words on a minimum word count ഈ റിപ്പോർട്ടിന് ആവശ്യമുള്ളത്. So these are the 4 things which comes in task achievement. Okay, so എത്രത്തോളം appropriate ആയിട്ട് ഭംഗിയായിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ഈ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഫുൾഫിൽ ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ടാസ്ക് അച്ചീവ്മെന്റ് സ്കോർ അതിനെ ഡിപെൻഡ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കും. That means the better your report is fulfilling these criteria, you can expect a higher band score. Coherence and cohesion, directly paragraphing and essay clarity and flow neയാണ് focus ചെയ്യുന്നത്. So എത്ര organized ആയിട്ടാണ് ideas ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ present ചെയ്യുന്നത്. At the same time, cohesive devices such as linkers, connecting words ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ട് sentences എങ്ങനെയാണ് കണക്ട് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. സോ ഇതെല്ലാം ഓവറോൾ ആയിട്ടൊരു ഫ്ലോ മെയിൻറ്റെയിൻ ചെയ്യാൻ എസ്സേക്ക് കഴിയുന്നുണ്ടോ. സോ ദീസ് തിങ്സ് ആർ ഫോക്കസ്ഡ് ഓൺ കൊഹിറൻസ് ആൻഡ് കൊഹീഷൻ. The next criteria, lexical resource, ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്നു for synonyms, the ability to use different words. Okay, repetition ഇല്ലാതെ വ്യത്യസ്തമായ വാക്കുകൾ നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ ഇൻക്ലൂഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ സാധിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടോ എന്നുള്ളൊരു പോയിന്റ് ആണ് ലെക്സിക്കൽ റിസോഴ്സ് വഴി ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. The last section is grammatical range and accuracy. The grammar focus ചെയ്യുന്നു throughout the essay. Sentence structures, to be specific, variety ആയിട്ടുള്ള sentence structures യൂസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ. For example, simple, compound അല്ലെങ്കിൽ complex structures നമ്മൾ ഇവിടെ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ. At the same time, ടെൻസസിന്റെ ആക്യുറസി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പങ്ക്ച്വേഷൻസിന്റെ ആക്യുറസി, ഇതൊക്കെയാണ് ഗ്രാമാറ്റിക്കൽ റേഞ്ചിൽ വരുന്ന ആൻഡ് ആക്യുറസിയിൽ വരുന്ന criteria. So these are the 4 band descriptors. The essay will be evaluated. So each has a 25% weightage, and the overall band score depends on these 4 parameters. I hope this is clear. So let's move to the next section. This is the lesson that we will discuss today. You can see the question prompt on the right hand side, and please read and understand, and we'll start solving this today. Yes, so let's read this question prompt. You should spend about 20 minutes on this task. Okay, the chart below shows different foreign language courses offered by schools in the UK and the proportion of boys and girls in percentage who studied them in 2010. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. Write at least 150 words. Now dear students, as you can see that, okay, this is either a general information. You will see these things on all the essays. Okay, this as well. However, the one inside the table, other specifically question focus ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു prompt ആണ്. Okay, what the graph is all about. It explains, okay, that thing. Now We all know that നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞതുപോലെ task achievement and of course coherence and cohesion, we will focus on the first two things because once we have a clear understanding നമ്മൾക്ക് essay prompt വ്യക്തമായി മനസ്സിലായാൽ okay, we will be able to organize information properly. എന്താണ് എഴുതേണ്ടത് എന്നുള്ള ഐഡിയ നമുക്ക് കിട്ടും. And then we can easily contribute lexical resources and grammatical structures നമുക്ക് easy ആയിട്ട് frame ചെയ്യാൻ സാധിക്കും. So it is very much important, okay, it is important that we analyze, we dissect the question prompt properly. നന്നായി മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുക question, and of course summarizing information and selecting and reporting. Of course we will do it, but what we fail, okay, what we lack is understanding the question. So let us make sure that we understand the question properly. നന്നായിട്ട് question മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുക. എന്താണ് ഈ question prompts നിങ്ങളുടെ ആവശ്യപ്പെടുന്നത്? Okay, so the chart below, of course this is a bar graph. Okay, this chart below shows different foreign language courses. That is one thing. Okay, you can see Japanese. Look at the table, bar graph. You can see Japanese, Persian, Spanish, German and French. Yes, തീർച്ചയായും foreign language courses are offered by schools in the UK. Yeah, you can see that there are schools offered these courses in the UK in the year 2010. Okay, ഇതൊരു single year offer ചെയ്തൊരു course ആണ്. So that means this is a static bar graph. That means okay, ഒരു ഇയറിലെ ഒരു റിപ്പോർട്ട് ആണ്, ത്രൂ ഔട്ട് ദ ഇയർ തരുന്ന റിപ്പോർട്ട് അല്ല. ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഡാറ്റ ഒരിക്കലും ഫ്ലക്ച്വേറ്റ് ചെയ്യില്ല. That is one thing to be noted. Okay, the proportion, read the question. Let's continue reading the question. The proportion of boys and girls in percentage who studied them in the year 2010. Okay, so you can see there are boys and girls. Look at this. You can see girls in dark black and boys in gray. Okay, so graph boys and girls in the proportion percentage mention ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. Different language, foreign language courses UK offer ചെയ്ത different language courses ൻ്റെയാണ് details available ആയിട്ടുള്ളത്. Okay, now ഇതിനെ ബേസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് നമ്മളൊരു റിപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. So first of all we need to know what to be written. എന്തൊക്കെ കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് അവൈലബിൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ളത്, അതെങ്ങനെ നമുക്ക് ഓർഗനൈസ് ചെയ്യാം, and then we can start writing. So first of all it is very much required so that no, we should write an introduction. Yes, we'll look at our suggested ആയിട്ടുള്ള essay structure നമുക്ക് നോക്കാം. This is starting with introduction, then followed by an overview and body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. ഇതൊരു suggested ആയിട്ടുള്ള structure ആണ് because with the help of this structure we can organize the essay, effectively organize ചെയ്യാൻ സാധിക്കും to meet the band descriptors. Writing an introduction, okay, ഒരു പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട കാര്യമാണ് because it is your ability to reword, okay, to rewrite the given question prompt from the task and you present it in a different way. So തീർച്ചയായും അത് നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ഫേവറിലേക്ക് ആക്കി മാറ്റാം by impressing the reader. The remaining parts such as overview അല്ലെങ്കിൽ body paragraph 1 and 2, okay, we will analyze the graph and we will organize the information accordingly. Okay, let us look at the introduction. The chart gives details of the proportion of boys and girls who attended various foreign language programs provided by schools in the UK in 2010. So this is the same information conveying the same message. Of course, certain words we have changed. Yes, we will write the overview here and by analyzing the graph carefully. Now introduction നിന്ന് നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലായി boys and girls ആണ് പ്രോഗ്രാമിൽ അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത് foreign language programs. Now we carefully try to look for information. The overview include ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയ information ആണ് നമ്മൾ നോക്കുന്നത്. So analyzing the graph is very important. So let's look at the graph carefully. You can see that എല്ലാ ഗ്രാഫിലും you can see there is a big difference in number of participation between boys and girls. Okay, now Spanishil വളരെ ചെറിയ difference ആണ്, still അത് visible ആണ്. Now German language, yes, there is a big difference, and in French also you can see a wide difference between the participation of boys and girls. തീർച്ചയായും ഇത് എല്ലാ ലാംഗ്വേജ് പ്രോഗ്രാമിലും applicable ആണ്. So ഇത് overview ൽ വരുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമാണ്. Yes, so that is my point number one that I include in the overview. Now secondly, let's look at grouping the information. എങ്ങനെ ഈ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ നമുക്ക് ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ചെയ്യാം? ബോഡി പാരാഗ്രാഫ് 1 ബോഡി പാരാഗ്രാഫ് 2 യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി എന്തെങ്കിലും സ്പെസിഫിക് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ട്രെൻഡ് ഇവിടെ വിസിബിൾ ആണോ? Yes, we can see that the participation of girls, okay, is more in certain language programs. അതായത് Japanese, Persian and in French language, girls are exceeding, okay, in number. The participation കൂടുതലാണ് compared to boys. Okay, similarly, boys in the participation is more in Spanish and in German language programs. So in this way, okay, രണ്ട് information നമുക്ക് group ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ട് in this way. Okay, now please, this is one way of doing the thing. Okay, one way of grouping the information. If you look carefully, there is one more classification possible on. If you look at the languages, okay, language programs, you can see that Japanese and Persian can be grouped as one section, and Spanish, German and French as the second section, because these Spanish, German and French, they are European languages, and Japanese and Persian can be classified as a non-European language programs. Okay, in this way also classification is possible. Now when we look carefully, we get more details. Now people, there is no hard rule that you have to be specific while selecting or grouping information. It's completely up to you. നിങ്ങളുടെ വിഷാണ്. However, make sure that which works best for you, please go for that option. Okay, now I think that the first option is very convenient, because I will be able to express ideas in an easy way by opting the first one. So I will select the first one. Okay, great. So let's write the overview. Great, it goes like this. Okay, overall, comma, there were visible differences in the share of participation by boys and girls in all the foreign language courses offered. Full stop. Okay, തീർച്ചയായും നമ്മൾ ഐഡന്റിഫൈ ചെയ്ത കാര്യമാണ്. ഓവറോൾ എല്ലാ ലാംഗ്വേജ് പ്രോഗ്രാമിലും there is a visible difference in number of participation between boys and girls. Great. So let's look at the second. Let's write the second part as well. While more girls than boys attended Japanese, Persian and French programs, the participation of boys exceeded that of girls in Spanish and German courses in the given year. Now we have introduced the general trend as well. Girls in the participation, certain programs കൂടുതലായിരുന്നു. അതേസമയം boys in the participation was more in Spanish and German courses in the given year. So we are not giving, okay, more details. We are just giving the general classification here in the overview. Of course, we will give more clarity by supporting the data from the graph in the body paragraph 1 and 2 respectively. However, in the overview, the reader now gets the complete idea. Okay, എന്താണ് ഇതിന്റെ general ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു സ്വഭാവം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ട്രെൻഡ് റീഡറിന് മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ പറ്റും. Now you can also see that there is a complex structure that we have used in the second sentence. Okay, I have included two different ideas. Okay, you can see that it starts with a subordinator. While more girls than boys attended Japanese, Persian and French programs, this is my first concept. Then there is a comma. I'm introducing the second sentence, which is completely different. The participation of boys exceeded that of, it's not second sentence, the second, of course, second sentence, second complete sentence. The participation of boys exceeded that of girls in Spanish and German courses in the given year. So this is a complex structure. Of course, you will see more complex structure in coming paragraphs. Great, let's move to the next section now. So let's start writing the body paragraph number 1. Okay, now here this body paragraph number 1 topic, that is girls in a particular topic aanu നമ്മൾ എഴുതാൻ പോകുന്നത്. Of course, we have identified in the overview that girls in the participation certain section, the certain language program boysnekal adhigamairunnu. Okay, so what are they? We are going to introduce this topic in body paragraph 1. So let us write the first sentence. In Japanese, Persian and Spanish, French program ഇവരുടെ participation adhigamairunnu. So let's start the first sentence. Okay, first and second sentence. You can see that girls showed a substantial difference in enrollment with 60% in Persian course against the boys. Okay, who were at 20%. comma, and in Japanese their participation was at 50% compared to their counterparts at 30%. Okay, now this is my complete sentence. Of course, the complex structure, and we'll discuss that in detail. Now let's find out the information and match it with the graph. So girls showed a substantial difference. Substantial ആയിട്ടുള്ള difference, വളരെ big difference ആണ് substantial difference in Persian language. Yes, it is visible. You can see that 60% ആണ് ഇവരുടെ difference വന്നിരിക്കുന്നത് compared to boys അവരുടെ 20% മാത്രമാണ്. It is exactly matching with my graph. Okay, we are taking the facts, the information given from the graph, and reporting it. Okay, and in Japanese their participation was 50%. Japanese scores, the participation of girls was 50% compared to 30% participation. Counterparts, our counterpart, that is our opponent, yeah, counter is opposite. Okay, compared to the second party, that is boys, 30%. Okay, you can see that this is my complete first a complete sentence. The girls showed a substantial difference in enrollment with 60% in Persian course against the boys who were at 20%. Okay, now ividam vareyana in the first sentence, because this is again, okay, adding additional details. It's not additional details, a relative pronoun vechittu ഒരു clause add ചെയ്തിരിക്കുകയാണ്, and the sentence stops here, completes here. Then a comma, then a conjunction, and my second sentence starts. In Japanese their participation, okay, their means girls, okay, pronoun girls participation was at 50% compared to their counterparts. Again, their counterparts, our counterpart boys, at 30%. Okay, in this way a complex structure is framed. Great, let's move on. At the same time, now this is the linker, okay, adhe samayam. Okay, now we are just adding something interesting, and advanced at where the point ആണ് add ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Now the reader understand there is some more detail coming up. At the same time, ഇവിടെ full stop ആണ്, അതിന് ശേഷമാണ് start ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Clear? At the same time, and you have a comma. Okay, yes. Okay, the girls highest share was reported in French. You can see that our highest percentage was in French language, 75. Okay, now the data is clear, it's between 70 and 80, 70%, whereas, okay, enal boys had their lowest enrollment of 1/5 of that number. Our boys in enrollment was just 1/5 of that number. Again, that number is 75. Okay, 75 into 1/5 matram 15 ആണ് according to the details available from the graph. So 1/5 of 75 is 15. Okay, this is a different way of expressing the same figure. Of course, I have done some mathematics to express it in a different way. Okay, so in that way the sentence looks good. Okay, now this is also at the same time, this is also a complex structure. You can see that whereas, okay, there is a linker coming to show that it is contrasting. Boys had their lowest enrollment. So you can see that both are complex structures. Great. Yes, in body paragraph 2 we will write the report for boys. Okay, രണ്ട് പ്രോഗ്രാമിൽ boys exceed ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട് അവരുടെ participation. So let's write about it. First of all, German language. Yes, on the other sides, now see, this is I'm introducing an entirely different topic. Okay, girls in a body paragraph 1 already report ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. Now അതിന്റെ introduction അതിന്റെ ശൈലി തന്നെ on the other side നേരെ മറിച്ച് I'm talking about something different now. I'm informing the reader. Yes, so it clearly indicates this is a completely different idea. Great, so let us continue. On the other side, comma, the German language program had boys with the highest participation. Okay, boys with the highest participation is in German program. Okay, 60% of 60%, while only 25%, okay, female students, which were reported the lowest, comma, enrolled for the same. Okay, let us understand. Let's look at a German program here. Yes, you have 60% for boys. Okay, 25% factual data nammaloda report ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. German program, correct, for boys. Okay, now we have also made the comparison. Highest participation of boys, okay, ആണ് 60%, തീർച്ചയായും. Okay, and 25% അവരുടെ lowest ആണ്, girlsന്റെ lowest proportion ആണ് 25%. Again same thing, so two different ideas we have reported. Let's move on. In Spanish, okay, the second point is Spanish language. Okay, in Spanish, there was only a slight margin of 5% difference between boys and girls. Okay, ഇത് നമ്മൾ നേരത്തെ നോട്ട് ചെയ്ത കാര്യമാണ്, ഓവർവ്യൂവിൽ നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലായതാണ്. ഔട്ട്സ്റ്റാൻഡിംഗ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു കാര്യം, ഇത് ചെറിയൊരു മാർജിനൽ ഡിഫറൻസ് ആണ് ഇവിടെയുള്ളത്. സ്റ്റിൽ 5% ആണ് ഡിഫറൻസ്, okay, between boys and girls, which is 40%, okay, which are 40%, and second one is 35% respectively. Very good. Same thing, information nammal adu explain chedu and support chedu idea, because factual ആയിട്ടുള്ള details ഇവിടെ graphil available ആണ്. Great. So this is how we report people. Body paragraph 2, we have completed the report. Let us understand the sentence structures used here. Okay, on the other side, the first portion is a complex structure again. You can see that first idea. On the other side, the German language program had boys with highest participation of 60%. That is my first idea. Then you have a subordinating conjunction while another connect ചെയ്യുന്നു. രണ്ടാമത്തെ idea, using this conjunction, subordinating conjunction കൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ connect ചെയ്യുന്നു. Only 25% female students which were reported the lowest enrolled for the same. Now you can see that this is a relative ആയിട്ടുള്ളൊരു clause ആണ്, relative clause ആണ്, which were reported the lowest, okay, regarding female students. അവരുടെ ഏറ്റവും കുറഞ്ഞ റിപ്പോർട്ടിംഗ് ആയിരുന്നു, പെർസെൻറ്റേജ് ആയിരുന്നു 25%. Okay, so ഒരു additional ആയിട്ട് ഒരു incomplete ആയിട്ടുള്ളൊരു details ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ add ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട് using a relative pronoun which were reported the lowest. Okay, so this makes this structure a complex structure. Okay, great. In Spanish, let's discuss the second sentence. Spanish, there was only a slight margin of 5% difference between boys and girls enrollment by 40% and 35% respectively. Okay, this is just a single sentence. Okay, a simple sentence. Of course, it is long. Great. So people, we have completed the report here. Great. So let us look at the entire essay in the next slide. So we have the final essay here with color coding. And നമുക്ക് നോക്കാം എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഈ essay band descriptors in a match ആകുന്നത് എന്നുള്ളത്. So first of all, task achievement, yes, നമ്മൾ ഗ്രാഫിൽ നിന്നും relevant ആയിട്ടുള്ള പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട information select ചെയ്യുകയും അത് body paragraphൽ റിപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുകയും ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്, making comparisons along with supporting ആയിട്ടുള്ള factual data from the graph. Now body paragraph 1, you have one important information. Body paragraph 2 il രണ്ടാമത്തെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട information നമ്മൾ include ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. And moreover, ഒരു overview, ഒരു clear ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു overview നമ്മൾ നൽകിയിട്ടുണ്ട് about the graph, and we have met the minimum word count of 150. അത് 194 ആണ് ഇതിന്റെ total word count. So in that way we are meeting the first band descriptor. Okay, let's move on to coherence and cohesion. You can see that ഒരു നല്ലൊരു ഓർഗനൈസേഷനിലൂടെ, starting from an introduction, then moving to overview, then body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, നമ്മൾ ഒരു നല്ലൊരു ഓർഗനൈസ്ഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു മാനർ, ഒരു സീക്വൻഷ്യൽ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഓർഡറിലാണ് പോയിരിക്കുന്നത് explaining this report. And of course we have included, okay, various words specific to introduce different ideas, introduce ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി വ്യക്തമായ വാക്കുകൾ നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്, both in paragraphs as well as connecting different sentences. For example, while, at the same time, whereas, on the other side. Okay, now let's move to the next concept, that is lexical resources. You can see we tried to include, okay, task in appropriate title വ്യത്യസ്തമായ വാക്കുകൾ we have tried to include in the essay throughout. You can see that in color code blue we have different words available. At the same time, in red as well, you can see different words to make comparisons, like against, compared to, okay, exceeded, like that. Okay, complex structures, the last grammatical range and accuracy like we'll see that there are only 4 different paragraphs here. Actually, the 5 complex structures നമ്മൾ include ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. Right, so in that way it is meeting all the criterias with this writing. So I hope this is clear. So dear students, okay, one thing I would like to share with you, that is please make sure that after writing always reserve 5 to 6 minutes to read your essay so that you can find mistakes and you can correct it yourself. So always do that and ensure that you spot the errors and correct it at the same time before you hand over the task, before you complete your essay. Great. So I hope this session was informative. If you are interested, we have live classes running throughout the week. So please look for more details in the description box below. And thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best.